Drop your message in the chat group. Okay. Yeah, we have seen the last class, pointing theorem, and then we have discussed about the some of the uniform plane waves in the all the mediums, which having free space, lossy dielectrical medium, and then lossless dielectrical medium, and other one is good conductor. Okay, so by having those conditions, we have to see the if the problem, if they mention any of the conductivity, we need to calculate for that particular material or medium after that uniform plane wave that passes to the any of the medium. Okay, so those conditions we have to consider here. So I will see the conditions which we have seen the last class. Okay. Yeah, not this one. So those we need to consider all the conditions in free space, and then while considering perfect lossless dielectrical medium, and then lossy dielectrical medium. Okay, so this we have to consider it here. So if the plane wave travels in the free space, that conductivity is zero, and then epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, and mu equal to mu naught. And then similar way, if we consider the lossless dielectrical medium, for that sigma, that is conductivity equal to 0, and then epsilon equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r, and mu equal to the mu naught into mu r, where here some of the mediums like which we are going to take the lossless dielectrical medium, sigma is very very less here compared to the that frequency. And similar way in lossy medium, so their conductivity is not equal to 0, so we'll be having some value. So on that we need to calculate what will be that waveform is after traveling to the such mediums. Then good conductor, where like conductivity is very high, so for this condition epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, mu equal to mu naught, and then mu r and conductivity is very very greater than the frequency here. Okay, so by considering these all the four conditions, so we need to calculate that problem after giving any of these mediums that uniform plane wave travels to the all the four conditions here. So with four conditions we need to calculate what will be that uniform plane wave for having, if it is velocity, and then how much it is going to propagate, and then what will be the attenuation constant, how much it is going to attenuate it, and then how much it will have that impedance, and then finally wavelength. Then we'll see that what will be the phase constant also, that phase shifting of the electric field and as well as magnetic field. Now let us take one problem here on which having that completely four conditions. Okay, so wet marshy soil is characterized by conductivity, that is sigma is equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 Siemens per meter, and then having epsilon r equal to 15 and mu r equal to 1. So at a frequency is 60 hertz, and then 1 megahertz, and 100 megahertz, and 10 megahertz. So you need to calculate what will be having that completely, whether that this marshy soil is, whether it is in conductor or dielectrical. We need to say that after considering each of the frequencies here, which is given here conductivity. So we have to say that whether it is in conductor or a dielectrical medium, this one. Okay, so we need to be consider all these frequencies, which is going to depend. And in this problem they only mention that epsilon r and then mu r value here. Okay, so if not considered or not given here, we need to choose it which of the medium by having that problem, and that how that waveform is going to travel. So now let us take that first to considering, which is given data is conductivity 10 to the power of minus 2 cm per meter, and epsilon r is equal to 15, mu r is equal to 1. Okay, now let us calculate each of the frequencies here at a frequency 60 hertz. At frequency 60 hertz. So what will be your whether this is a conductor or dielectrical, that to be calculated here. So for this we know that that ratio of the conduction and then displacement current, that is sigma by omega epsilon. So we need to choose, this is the ratio of the conductivity and then frequency, that radian per second angular frequency here. So by having this condition, we have to say that whether this Mersey soil, whether it is in conductivity or dielectrical medium. Now we can calculate here which having a sigma by omega epsilon. So you can expand this sigma by omega. You can write it in terms of the frequency. Then epsilon is equal to epsilon naught and epsilon r. So conductivity is given here 10 to the power of minus 12 over upon, and then given this frequency 2 pi 60 hertz we are considering, you can substitute here, and then epsilon naught value you can substitute, which is having 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12, and then epsilon r value is 15 in this problem given. So after calculating this, we'll get here, that is a 1.9972 into 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of 5, which is very greater than the that one. So this Mersey soil will act as a conductor. So this submersible soil will act as conductor, because this conductivity is very very high than which is having one value. So this will say that we are going to take this function completely, which is Mersey soil is going to characterize as conductor here. Okay. Now similar way, if you consider the 1 megahertz, if we consider the 1 megahertz, that same formula you can apply it, which is having a sigma by omega epsilon. So sigma over upon, you can write the 2 pi f, that is in frequency, epsilon naught and epsilon r, and then you can substitute the value of sigma, which is 10 to the power of minus 2, then over upon 2 pi f, having that frequency is 1 megahertz we are considering now, then remaining value you can substitute. So for this condition at 1 megahertz, so we are getting that values 11.9836, which is greater than the 1. So you can see it here, 60 hertz will be having 10 to the power of 5, whereas 1 megahertz will be having that conductivity is very greater than 1. Okay, so further it is going to reduce here. So now this one is so comparing this 11.9836 is very high with 1. So with now where it is going to act as a conductor at 1 megahertz, this one also will act as a conductor. Now similar way, if you consider the frequency for 100 megahertz, if you consider the 100 megahertz, which after substituting this formula, so we are getting 0.1198, which is very less than the one value, which is 0.1198 less than one value. So where this at a frequency 100 megahertz will act as now lossy dielectrical medium. Okay, so this one will act as at lossy dielectrical medium. So because this one is having very, that one value is less than the which we got it 0.1198. Now further if we go on increase that frequency, Yeah, some internet problem. You can hear me? Can you hear? Can you hear anyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this will act as any of the medium we can consider, and then we can say that this whether as long like frequency is less, so that material is going to have that conductor. If it is going to very high frequency, there we can say that it is going to act as a some perfect dielectrical medium or lossy dielectrical medium. So you can see some problems on this one. And we have seen that other one is skin depth. That is yesterday class we have calculated what is skin depth or depth of penetration. Okay, so anyone is same here, skin depth or depth of penetration. So which given that problem is determine the skin depth for copper with conductivity of 58 into 10 to the power of 6 Siemens per meter at a frequency of 10 megahertz. Okay, so this one is given copper having that conductivity is 58 into 10 to the power of 6 Siemens per meter. So you need to calculate how much skin depth for this one. So we'll have that delta is equal to, which is 1 by alpha, that is attenuation constant, or equal to 1 by beta, which is a phase shift constant. So from that we can calculate that skin depth, which having formula delta is equal to 1 by under root of pi f mu and sigma. Okay, the attenuation constant is directly proportional to which having that frequency and then conductivity. And from this, that given data is conductivity 58 into 10 to the power of 6. You can substitute here, and you can take that mu in a good conductor which having mu naught into mu r. You can expand it here both absolute permittivity and relative permittivity. So here relative permittivity they have not given, so you can uh, consider as one here. And absolute permittivity mu naught they have given, we know that that is 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7, and frequency is 10 into 10 to the power of 6. You can substitute here, and then conductivity is 58 into 10 to the power of 6. So after substituting all this value, so for skin depth which having copper, so we are getting almost 20.898 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. So this much
Sir,
is going.
video is not coming, sir.
Sorry.
Video is not coming.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
I have not said that. Now you can see. Now you can see. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this problem is we have seen that estate class skin depth, which is going to determine the skin depth for copper with conductivity of 58 into 10 to the power of 6 Siemens per meter, and given that frequency is 10 megahertz. Okay. Now for skin depth, which is going to have the depth of penetration, that is delta. We are going to denote as delta, having that which is inversely proportional to attenuation constant. So that attenuation constant we are going to denote as alpha. So 1 by alpha here. So delta equal to 1 by alpha. So where alpha is under root of pi f mu and sigma. Okay. So delta is having that completely skin depth calculation 1 by under root of pi f mu and sigma. In this problem, they have given that conductivity for copper, which having 58 into 10 to the power 6 Siemens per meter, and then frequency they have given that 10 megahertz. So you can substitute those values here, and where mu equal to mu naught into mu r. So mu r value is not given here, so we can consider this one as 1, that is in free space. Okay, so by having this one, delta is equal to, after substituting values of frequency and then sigma, so we'll get delta value is equal to 20.898 micrometer. So this much wave it can be travel that with a having conductivity of 58 into 24 of 6 Siemens per meter. So this one problem, so they may ask some 4 marks on this skin depth problem. Okay, in examination you can concentrate, only remember the formula for the skin depth. Similar way, we can see that some other problem which is having some of the lossy dielectrical medium, if they give it here. Okay, so given the problem is for lossy dielectrical material having that which so dielectrical medium, which given that having mu r is equal to 1, epsilon r equal to 48, and conductivity is equal to 20 Siemens per meter. So from this you need to calculate propagation constant at a frequency of 16 gigahertz. So now you can write the given data, which are the data they have given, which is mu r is equal to 1, epsilon r equal to 48, and sigma is equal to 20 into which are 20 Siemens per meter, and frequency 16 gigahertz, which is given in this problem. You can write it in terms of 10 to the power of 9, which is gigahertz here. So we need to calculate propagation constant. That propagation constant is both real part and imaginary part. That is attenuation constant and plus phase constant. So gamma is equal to alpha plus j into beta. So now we know that formula for a propagation constant, which having under root of j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, so now you can substitute all this value which given all given parameters j, and you can write the omega as 2 pi f j into 2 into pi f into, so you can write mu equal to mu naught into mu r. So mu r is they have given as 1, so you can substitute here, and then sigma plus, which you can expand this omega as 2 pi f, then epsilon is also epsilon naught into epsilon r. Now you can substitute all this value, which we know that all these values they have given here. So by taking this all this value, you can substitute in this equation. So after substituting here, you can calculate which having both real function and then imaginary function. Okay, so real function and then imaginary function. So under root here you need to practice here, because it is under root having complex numbers, so it is difficult to calculate in the manually. So you have to take in calculator and you need to calculate here. So after taking under root real function and then imaginary function, so you can take the completely both real part and imaginary part, or you can take the values of the in angle, which are having angle completely here. So you can put this value in calculator and you will get it. Okay, so after taking this one, I think you asked some of the one student asked that about under root angle of 154.9, how it is going to have that in under root. In this one is in calculator will not show, so just you can take that half of this angle here under root. So that is this formula in the mathematical expression. Okay, so we'll get here both angle, that is you can calculate now what will be propagation constant having both real function and then imaginary function. So real function will get 530.4539 plus j into 238.2.8 per meter. So this attenuation constant, this much is going to travel attenuated for the lossy dielectrical medium, and then having phase constant which having 2382.8. Okay, for propagating but that particular 16 gigahertz wavelength, that waveform is going to travel for the conductivity of 20 Siemens per meter. Okay, so you can concentrate on this kind of problem here. Then we'll see the last two problem having that same kind of here, which is different here, which we are going to calculate on skin depth. The problem is given the amplitude of electric field just inside a liquid is 10 volt per meter, and then for a liquid constants are, they have given mu r is equal to 1, epsilon r is equal to 20, and conductivity 0.5 Siemens per meter. Now determine the, by having those value, determine the amplitude of electric field at a distance of 10 centimeter inside the medium for frequency of 5 megahertz, 50 megahertz, and then 100 megahertz. They have given different frequencies here. Okay, so this one is they have given that problem is liquid conductivity, and that is given here conductivity, liquid conductivity is sigma is equal to 0.5 Siemens per meter. So this medium either in good conductor or a dielectrical medium, nor in dielectrical medium. Okay, so we need to take complete this, they have given 0.5 Siemens per meter. It is not exactly to the dielectrical medium, which is a perfect dielectrical medium, or we cannot say that this one is as a good conductor. So for this either we know that that sigma is not equal to 0 for this problem. Sigma is not equal to 0. If sigma is not equal to 0, we can say that that attenuation constant also is not equal to 0. So hence we are going to calculate that having amplitude of 10 centimeter inside the liquid, we have to calculate that what will be the propagation constant which having, and then using this constant, attenuation constant alpha, we have to further calculate the what is the amplitude of electric field. Okay, so before going to take this amplitude of the electric field calculation, so we know that as a for skin depth which having propagating through the any of the medium, because we are going to consider this one is alpha plus j into beta. If if it is in free space, that is given conductivity is equal to 0, so directly we can calculate that amplitude, but they have given some value here conductivity. So we need to take the completely this function of em e to the power of minus alpha into d, which going to depends on the propagation constant, that is alpha and as well as beta, that real function and then imaginary function both need to be considered here. Now you can take from this problem which are the given data. For liquid they have given distance is 10 centimeter, and then amplitude, that is electric field amplitude, they have given 10 volt per meter, and that particular frequency need to calculate what is the propagation constant. Okay, so now let us take the propagation constant which having formula gamma is equal to under root of j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon. So you can substitute this value completely with given data here. We know that mu equal to mu naught into mu r, and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. And then you can write the frequency in term angular frequency in terms of the frequency here, that is 2 pi f. Now substitute all this value in this equation, which having frequency considering 5 megahertz, that is 5 into 24 of 6, then 2 pi f, and then conductivity which is going to take conductivity of having zero point 0.5 Siemens per meter, and then plus j omega epsilon here. So all this value you can substitute. Then after substituting this, okay, so after substituting here you can calculate the completely imaginary function and then real function. So where we'll get gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. There we can calculate the what will be the attenuation constant, which alpha is equal to 3.123 Nepar per meter. Okay. Now hence we need to calculate what is that amplitude of the, by having this much attenuated. So once it is attenuated to the waveform any of the particular medium, so this much value is attenuated, that is alpha is equal to 3.123 Nepar per meter. So particular this attenuated alpha value, what will be the amplitude of that particular waveform, that is sinusoidal waveform. So which we are going to consider, that formula is em e to the power minus alpha into d. This we are going to consider for 10 centimeter, where d is nothing but 10 centimeter here. Okay, so by taking this one, so we can calculate the amplitude of that particular waveform with alpha of 3.123. You can substitute here, that is amplitude of electric field E equal to em into e to the power of minus, that is alpha into d. So alpha, and then you can take that d here. So em is nothing but 10 centimeter they have given, that is 10 volt per meter. em is 10 volt per meter, so 10 you can take here, and then alpha value you can substitute here, and then d, which having that centimeter, 10 centimeter, 10 into 10 to the power minus 2. So that particular amplitude for this attenuated will have the 7.3176 volt per meter. This much amplitude after attenuated with particular alpha here. Okay, now similar way you can calculate with other frequency 50 megahertz. Let us see whether amplitude will reduces or increases it will be. Okay, so for frequency 50 megahertz, so we'll get same formula, you can substitute in that gamma. We'll get particular 50 megahertz 9.3969 nepar per meter. This much is going to attenuate that particular waveform, such any of the medium. So for this amplitude, after taking 10 em into e to the power minus alpha into d, so we are going to get that amplitude is 3.9074 volt per meter. So you can see that. So further it is decreasing that amplitude with attenuated 3.123. It's reduced. It's like having amplitude is 7.3, and whereas for 50 megahertz it is going to further reducing amplitude of 3.974 volt per meter. Similar way, other one is which is having final but frequency 500 megahertz. If it is going to travel this much of 500 megahertz, okay. So for 500 megahertz, we'll get alpha is equal to 19.4507 nepar per meter. So for this, if you substitute into the electric field, which is 10 into e to the power minus alpha into d, by taking these values, so further it is going to reduce that amplitude 1.4297 volt per meter. That is a sinusoidal waveform. So like as long like frequency is going to increases, they're like waveform that is completely waveform amplitude is going to reduces. Okay, so this you can further see that how waveform amplitude is going to travel for any of the medium. So it is like good conductor, so it is almost further if we consider more frequency, then that completely that electric field amplitude is going to reduces zero. Okay, so these are the problems you can see, somewhat some problems you can see it, and you can see that previous year question paper also, which I have already said like last 2 years in Google Classroom. Okay, so I will stop here up to today's this problem from the module 5. Okay, so from tomorrow class onwards, just I will take for revision only.